Hello, it's Super Dad here. Welcome to Super Mummy Toys. Today I'm going to bring you my second how to carve pumpkin video. If you haven't seen the first one, it's how to carve a Zomlings pumpkin. I think it went quite well, so check it out and see if you agree with me. Today I'm going to, as you can probably guess, carve a Minecraft pumpkin. Now, to try and keep things a little bit simple, I'm just going to do Steve's face. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a picture of Steve's face on the front of the pumpkin. Now to do this I'm going to use a washable marker, and that is because if I make a mistake I can just wipe it off with a baby wipe and start again. So let's draw on the picture of Steve. And there you go. So that's Steve's face, and what we're going to do now is we're simply going to cut out the lines that I've drawn using a knife. Now I will say that knives are dangerous, so please, if you're doing this and you're a child, get an adult to help you out because you might cut yourself. As you can see, I have drawn the lines, but I've left a gap here and in some of the corners. That's because if you don't leave a gap, you just cut around the edge of that, the middle's just going to fall out, you're going to be left with a great big hole. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to carve out the fiddly bits, and that's because if you cut out the outside first, then when you're doing the fiddly bits, you're liable to push that big bit through, so you've got to do the smaller bits first. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so I've done the eyes. What you have to make sure you do is go all the way through to the middle, otherwise the light from the inside won't glow as much through. Obviously this knife is a bit too big for these bits here, so what I'm going to use the back of a spoon just to push through. Because it's blunt, it's less likely to cut the pumpkin, so it's a much better thing to use. Now even this spoon is a bit too big to push through the eye bits, the side bits on the eyes and the middle bit. So I'm not going to do it, but I'll see if I can find something else that's a bit smaller. Okay, so I found an Allen key, so let's try that. Right, so that's the eyes done. Let's move on to the next bit. Okay, so that's the main bit of the face done. Now all I've got to do is the hairline and then the outside. Right, so that's the hairline done. What I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to wipe off the lines that I've drawn for the outline with a baby wipe, and then I'm going to redraw them. The reason for this is down here, they're too close to the mouth, and if I was to cut that there, the mouth would probably fall out. So I'm going to wipe it off and I'm going to redraw it. Okay, so all I've got left now to do is to cut out the outline. Okay, so there you have it, my Steve from Minecraft pumpkin. Doesn't look too bad, does it? Let's find out what it looks like in the dark. Okay, so it wasn't quite dark enough where I was to show what it looked like in the dark. So I brought it up to one of the bedrooms. And as you can see, I haven't turned the light off yet, but already it looks pretty cool. So let's turn the light off and find out what it looks like. The candle is just shining directly through the middle bit of the nose. So if I lift it up slightly, there you go, gets rid of that shine. So I'm quite pleased with that. So leave me a comment down below, let me know what you think, and also let me know if you've done a pumpkin this year, and if so, what was it? Hope you've enjoyed my video. Bye.